Ready for war. Let's have it. WBC belt. Give it to me now. I want the WBC right now. Anthony Joshua tells Tyson Fury, I'm serious about the WBC belt. Anthony Joshua calling out Tyson Fury, saying, listen, I want that most prestigious belt. Give it to me. You're getting knocked out. Like, subscribe, share this video, jab the subscribe button, hit that bell button. Let's get the subs up. Like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Do what you gotta do. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me see what you guys think about Anthony Joshua saying he wants to get that WBC. Can he beat Tyson Fury? Let's jump into Joshua's comments. So Joshua says, it's always been my wish, not just the WBC, but competing with the toughest challenges that the heavyweight division has to offer. He also said that's the only way to get better, right? You have a tough night, you go back again, you improve whether you lose or win. We also went on to say fighting for the WBC would be an honor. It's a prestigious belt. It's one I've been keen on getting my hands on when the time is right and the opportunity presents itself. Anything else he said? Yeah, so those are the comments of Anthony Joshua. So he's looking to get his hands on that WBC belt. Obviously everybody ranks the WBC as the most prestigious, heavyweight belt. Everybody wants that green strap, that green and gold strap. I think the WBC belt is probably the most good looking belt. All those other ones, all them IBF and all them belts, they all look the same. IBF, WBA, they look the same. The WBC, the only belt, that nice shiny gold, just put some little polish on that green strap. Everybody wants that WBC. Deontay Wilder obviously was holding the WBC a long time. Won it off Stavern. Can you imagine? Bermain Stavern was WBC heavyweight champion. I think AJ and all these guys be wishing Stavern was having that belt because he'll get put out. Bermain Stavern was the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Can you imagine? That's how weak that time was. Stavern, WBC champion. I think it was Vitaly Klitschko that had it, and then after, obviously, he retired and it became a vacant title. But Stavern, that was joke business. Deontay Wilder bashed him up in the first fight. The second fight, he blitzed him to pieces. But here we are today. Obviously, Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is now the WBC and Ring Magazine champion, the Gypsy King. Anthony Joshua says he wants to get his hand, on the most prestigious belt. Can he do it? There's some Tyson Fury is not no easy customer. Big guy, big shots. The Gypsy King is a Gypsy King for a reason. If Deontay Wilder can flatten this guy on the canvas and is getting up, there's a very good chance AJ could put this guy down and he'll just rise up straight from the canvas like Lazarus. So it'll be an interesting chess match to see what happens between AJ and Tyson Fury. I think if AJ and Tyson Fury is to fight, I suspect Tyson Fury will give AJ a lot more respect because Anthony Joshua is a lot more technically better than Deontay Wilder. He's got better balance, power. Obviously, Wilder's got that explosive right hand. AJ's got power in his left hand, his right hand, his uppercuts is there. He's got a range of tools in his toolbox, the combinations that Deontay Wilder doesn't have. At close range, Fury coming up to him like what he did to Deontay Wilder. There's a lot more things AJ could do, in clinches that Wilder wasn't able to do, that I believe AJ will be able to inflict some damage on Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury exhibits a similar game plan. So I think Tyson Fury will probably do a quasi, hit and hop, but at the same time still being partially aggressive, but not being as gung-ho as he was against Deontay Wilder. But it'll be interesting to see. Tyson Fury might just come out and say, listen, Anthony Joshua's getting knocked out, and he might go in there and he might come out and say AJ's getting stopped in 4 rounds. Guy might come there and drop AJ in round 5. We just don't really know, because he said what he said about, Deontay. I was like, listen, if Tyson Fury says he's coming there come in there walking forward, I said that Tyson Fury is going to get absolutely, that strategy would backfire in spectacular fashion. And he proved everybody wrong. He executed a game plan that we thought he couldn't do. John Fury even said it. Even David Hay was basically saying, nah, that game plan's going to get you ironed out, bro. And he came there and he did what we thought he couldn't do. Will Tyson Fury do it again? Come in against AJ and do something we thought he couldn't do. It's not beyond capability. It's not beyond reality that Fury could come in there and do the job. Who is actually favorite for this fight? Some people say AJ's favorite because he came back, he beat Andy Ruiz. The way he beat Vladimir Klitschko was better fashion than the way Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. Or some people say Tyson Fury is more favorite because he dispatched of Deontay Wilder, who was the WBC champion after AJ was struggling with, the small, chubby Andy Ruiz. Partisan fans will say in each corner their fighter is the better fighter. So everybody will just make up their mind. What we have to look at, in terms of momentum, is how does Anthony Joshua deal with Kubrat Pulev? How does Tyson Fury deal with, because is Tyson Fury just going to wait all the way to fight AJ, or is he going to have to fight someone in between? Because I'm not interested in that Ajit Kabir. That's a nonsense fight. Is he going to fight someone before fighting AJ? Is this Deontay Wilder debacle over? Deontay Wilder talking about lawsuit? I don't know if Deontay Wilder has any legal claim to still demand that fight with Tyson Fury, apart from begging him, I gave you opportunity, please give me an opportunity. We don't really know who Tyson Fury could or could not be fighting. I suspect that if Tyson Fury fights someone after Ajit Kabayel, I don't think he's going to fight anybody that is going to be dangerous. Tyson Fury is fighting Ajit Kabayel. There's Oscar Rivas right there. There's Carlos Takam. There's other fighters, that could potentially that are much more dangerous than Ajit Kabayel. Who's Ajit Kabayel? Who's he for? Can't he fight a Carlos Takam? Proven Carlos Takam that's fought various fighters. He lost to Joshua, he lost to Derek Chisora. He's fought guys, but he lost to Povetkin. He still fought credible guys. Why can't he fight Takam? You don't want to fight Takam because Takam's too dangerous. Fight Ajit Kabayel, soft touch, someone that he's done sparring with. That's who Tyson Fury wants to fight, Ajit Kabayel. So we have to wait and see what happens. Joshua's probably going to have to be taken on. He's taking on Pulev. You have to wait and see what happens. He might take on Alexander Usyk. There's Eddie Hearn was talking about me. I don't know. Joshua relinquishing the WBO, and then Alexander Usyk fights for a vacant WBO. Who would Alexander Usyk fight for that? Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker. I don't know who's gonna fight for that. Would be an interesting, side in itself. Who would Alexander Usyk fight for a vacant WBO belt? I have to go double check the rankings, but I'm sure Dubois is there, Parker is there. I think that's the three that is below Alexander Usyk, I think. So will AJ go that route and relinquish the WBO to fight Tyson Fury? Or will Joshua say, you know what, I'll keep the belt, fight Usyk, beat Usyk, and go on to fight Tyson Fury? Because I think AJ the size, the power, Usyk will probably causing problems with the movement and the technique. I think AJ will get to him and put him out, in my opinion. It'll be tough. Usyk is not an easy customer, but I don't know. The power, you'll get to him, once it gets to the trenches. And if Chisora is having some kind of I see AJ, bigger guy, is gonna do a number on him eventually later on in the fight if he can slow this guy up. But AJ Tyson Fury, AJ's obviously serious about the WBC belt. He wants to take on Tyson Fury. He's not ducking the undisputed fight like Deontay Wilder was. Deontay Wilder basically confessing that he didn't want to take on Tyson Fury. He took on Tyson Fury for less money. Who's taking on a Tyson Fury for less money? But that's a topic for another day. Drop your comments in them comment section below, bruv. Anthony Joshua talking about, I'm serious about the WBC belt. Joshua wants that green strap. Wants the green strap with the gold. Wants to polish it. Get that polished out there in Watford. Wants to take the WBC back to Watford. Drop your comments, like, subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Join the KBV KO Boxing Vibe boxing community. Let's do it.